Hello and welcome to Kitchen Counter Crafts. If you like this video, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today, I am bringing you my pen haul from Arkansas Pen Show, but I'm just gonna cover just real quick what I ended up with. I have several beauties from Danny Fudge and Perry at the Right Pen. And these are vintage pens that I'm going to discuss in other videos, so stay tuned for those. And there's Schaefer's and Parker's, and they're just dreamy to write with. And then for today's, also I got some inks called the Color Traveler, so I'm going to be reviewing both of those in another video as well. But I wanted to talk about this pen here. But before I do that, the Arkansas Pen Club is actually very generous in that they gave away just, you know, when you come in, just like keychains and stickers and buttons and things like that. So that was really great. In fact, here's a really nice one. So that was just a lot of fun. They have a lot of personal touches, like these postcards that they made, aren't they? Just lovely. And right here, just very nice, thick bookmarks as well. So thank you so much for the Arkansas Pen Club for putting together such a lovely show. And the show is actually, I would say, small. They had about 25, maybe 30 vendors, and personally, it was a wonderful starter show. I wish I would have started there instead of going to Dallas first for my very first show, and Dallas was very overwhelming, but this one was not. So because it was smaller, the vendors were actually like more, they were all kicking back, and so they had time to just spend with you. You didn't feel rushed or crowded or anything like that. And one of those vendors was Hinze Pens. And so this is Jim Hinze's company, but Francisco is the co-owner as well. And it was Francisco who literally just reeled us in, and he was wonderful. And so they also had some great stickers as well, and they are handcrafted, made in Texas by Jim and I think maybe 2-3 other people, and Francisco as well. And then they have like just cute stickers. They also had the woman who makes their resin for them, and she does an incredible job. I didn't catch her name, but anyway, it's called Starry Night resin. So she had some stickers there as well. I love this one, and reminded me of Cal jumping over the moon. But anyway, so that's the pen I want to talk about. And they gave me this adorable pensicle rickshaw sleeve to put this in. Oh. Anyway, I just was in love with it, and I think I touched it on the first day, did not touch it on the second day, just walked on by. And then the third day, on Sunday, my husband was buying some pens from them, and I have to tell you, it was Jim's birthday. So again, happy birthday, Jim. But Jim actually ended up giving him and Francisco, I can't leave Francisco out, they both gave me a gift on his birthday, which is so sweet. But they gave me a very nice deal since we bought several pens from them, which, you know, I have to say, that's another advantage of coming to a pen show, because then they you get a chance to just get a great feel for the vendor and things like that. So this is the pen. Now, it is an acrylic. As I mentioned, the Starry Night resin is what they utilize, but this is actually very thick. So we got a chance to feel all different kinds of resins, and they have a converter here. But this one felt very nice and substantial, and I'm just gonna give this just a quick rinse. Oh yeah, there, that was a good idea, because we had dipped the pen. I forgot all about that, goodness. So I'm glad I didn't just contaminate my whole ink bottle. So make sure that you are trying to just rinse out a pen, especially because They are made by hand, so they might have some things in there. I'm gonna go grab something real quick. And there we go. So just blotted that on a towel. Should be ready to go. I just want to point this out first, though. I'm in a total hurry to ink this thing, but I just want to point something out just real quick. The pen itself is just gorgeous to look at. One of the things that they do is they had all of these nibs there, and the nibs are plated by hand, I think by Jim, and they offer all different Yobo nibs. Yes, Yobo. And anyway, they have the scroll marking for Hinze on there, so you can see that in here. And that magenta color is just, I mean, it just brings out all the lovelies in the pen. I don't have like a sparkly type of acrylic pen. This is actually my first one for that. I normally stick to pretty basic, if not just the vintage ones that, you know, will have some of the variation in that. But for me, really, it's not about that at all. So again, I couldn't pass it by. So let me do some measurements on this. All right, forgot my ruler because, again, just super excited to get started on this pen. All right, let's start all over. Here's the pen, ta-da! All right, so one of the cool things is that they actually swapped out the clip to just a more subdued one on here, so you can actually get a matching clip, which is what my husband did. And then there's this great finial design that's the Hinze logo, and I had it upside down. There we go. Is that right? Something like that. Okay. And yeah, that's it. Okay. And then the pen itself, it has a few rotations, but you know, that's kind of how it goes with some of the hand turned pens. But everything is smooth. There's no, it wasn't feeling, some of the handmade pens were, when you kind of set it down, you could actually feel the threads. You cannot feel the threads. Has actually a very nice section. I don't have this screwed all the way down. It doesn't have a gap. But then you get the matching nib, and it is so lovely to pick out the colors. And let's see, nothing on the bottom here. Let's do some measurements while I have this. You saw the converter already, so I'm good there. So here we go. Okay, oh yes, almost forgot. So Hinze Pen Company, they actually give you instructions on how to take care of the colored nib. And if you have like a matte black pen with a black nib, you might want to just take a screenshot of this as well, because it's actually really nice to have. So the pen is right just short of 6 inches, so it's like 5.9. And here's my Metropolitan if you want to see how that measures up there. And then my Twisby. So just some common pens so that you can get a feel for it. And then uncapped, it is 5.2, so shorter in here. And then I'm sure it's gonna be shorter still. No, actually that's a little bit closer to the size, so I'm gonna move that over. There you go. So about 5.2 inches, and then again in comparison to the Metropolitan and the Twisby. All right, so this pen, it can be posted. I don't know why you would want to post that. That would be almost 8 inches, and there is no reason for doing that, but I don't want to mess up the resin either. So anyway, so no, I will not be posting that and just utilizing it the way it is. And I am ready now to fill it up, and I'm so excited. All right, so I planned on using this ink, and it's the Rose Quartz Pelican. And the reason why is because it's like a pinkish green. So I'm excited to see what this looks like in here. By the way, if you're interested in this ink, I did do a review on it, so you're welcome to take a look at that. because this is kind of an interesting ink. It's pink in the bottle, but then when you look at the bottle, it's green. It's weird, just weird. I thought it was my eyes like playing a trick or something, but no, that's kind of how it is. All right, and that was the color of the year last year. Okay, lots of turning and a little drip of water because I hurried things along. All right, so let's try this on bad paper like I like to do. And zoom in here. So this, oh, by the way, this is a stub nib. Never even mentioned that. All right. So this is Hinze pen, and it's, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember exactly what this pen was. That's kind of sad. I think it has like a number 24 next to it, but the color is actually called like pink, purple, and green or something like that. So it didn't really have a special name to it. So I am just gonna put ink is Pelican Rose Quartz. And I am gonna put, this is a 1.5 mm stub. So I'm at the bottom. Very, very smooth. No feedback whatsoever. On the right stroke, as you saw, I'm not getting much ink. Downstroke is fine. Don't know, maybe it's the angle I'm holding it at. It could be my dry ink also. So there's that. All right, now let's try it on the Rhodia dot pad. All my pens. There we go. Let me see, what is today's date? I should know that. So 3/26/24. All right, and I'm gonna write down, I'm just gonna call it Hinze pen. And 0.5 stub. That's showing up pretty well on here. I think the light's kind of giving me a glare or something like that. The ink. I don't think, did I write that down? Yeah, I did. Rose quartz. And let's make some swirls. This is not a flex, this is a stub. Oh, by the way, if you decide you don't want this ink section, it actually, they can like give you another, not ink section. If you don't like this nib, they can give you another nib. You can just order the nibs from them also to match your pen. I'm still having issues. It has to be this ink. All right, so maybe not the best choice. That's all right. There we go. So writing experience is actually very nice, and it's a very smooth writer. Like I said, no feedback. The grip is actually perfect. You're not sliding back on these threads at all. I do like that there's a stop at the end of the grip so that you're not down here either. Overall, a super comfortable pen, and I'm just really excited to have this. And again, it's my not necessarily my first acrylic, but my very first hand-turned pen. So that's kind of special. And again, I just want to send a shout out to Jim and Francisco for this lovely beauty that they made. And I'm just excited to have this and to utilize it, especially because it's a stub. So just trying out different inks and everything else. And I can't stop looking at the nib because I haven't had a magenta nib before, and it's pretty exciting. So I hope that you enjoy the video and let me know what you think. And by the way, Hinze pens is now being carried by some big names. So Atlas, I believe, as well as Pen Chalet carry them. So you don't have to go to the pen show. You can order from those distributors or just go straight to Hinze pens as well. So until the next time,